Broadcast. Bang! Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. Oh, volume's up big, huh? I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Sorry about that. Monday, October 24th, 2011. 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. They broke everything out. What a day. And if you're a listener of mine or watcher of my videos, you know that we basically saw this coming. Kept futzing around this level. Wedge. Remember, I don't really do videos on Fridays. But you know what? If I start getting 500 people watching my video, then maybe I'll do it. But I really don't have that many yet. We got some great things going on, though, and there will be a lot. ForexNews.com. I should be on their website starting tomorrow or the next day. Should be very good to be involved with them. They have some great content, great webinars. I think all of you will enjoy, especially you newbies. So check it out. S&P. Sorry about my voice. Sort of lost it at the Jet game yesterday. What a game. I'm a season ticket holder fan for 35 years. And I got to tell you, the energy in that crowd, 80,000 people, it was tingling. Oh, baby. I lost my voice. Defense, baby. So, anyway, S&Ps broke out. Gone. And, really wasn't, I got to tell you, it could have gone either way last night, in my opinion. I think a lot of reasons why we broke out today had to do with, one, and again, if you follow me on Twitter, Voice of Forex. As soon as that number came out last night, you could have bought those S&Ps. They were futzing around. I'm talking about China PMI, HSBC 51.1. Much better. 49.9. Basically an easy trade. And again, once we took this out, once we took this whole channel line out, it was just a matter of confirming, and that number confirmed, and boom, to the moon. Now, what caused this next leg up was Caterpillar. Now, who does business with China? Caterpillar. Hello. Biggest export market for them. So once Caterpillar came out with unbelievable earnings and confirmed 2012, and also said they saw China with a GDP, I believe, at 9%. I just want to know what that guy's smoking in that room at Caterpillar. Maybe some fumes from the freaking tractors. No way. No way. Everyone's getting giddy. And listen, there might be a year-end rally in the S&P. We've seen it before when it's a bunch of baloney. You can't fight this. No way. Now, we might get to certain levels where we can fight. But at this level, I mean, you can measure the move from here, and we're easily talking about 1260. There's 45 handles on the S&P, right? Add 45, and we're looking at 1280 on the S&P. And everyone's getting all giddy about Europe on Wednesday, and I got to tell you, I don't buy this. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. No freaking way. Everyone's getting all excited. And I'll tell you, I'm not saying they're not going to pull it off. They're going to give you something. But when I heard Sarkozy's brother today on CNBC say $800 billion a month in interest payments these guys are paying, they can't do this deal without a major haircut. And Germany is not going to go along with a major haircut unless someone's leg gets amputated. You know the Germans. Come on. I mean, give me a break. So when you look at this S&P, they're breaking out. They're getting all giddy. This is not a real gap. This is CFD. But even so, 1284. Big spot. So I think we are set up for a phenomenal, people. A textbook Turna Around Tuesday tied at 2. Certainly in the 1260 zone. Listen, I'm not saying it's going to get to 1284. I have no freaking clue. I could see us going to 1261. That's 8 handles from here. And then reversing. Look, there's monster resistance out here at 1261.50. Big time. Told you that Netflix would go up. And we got Netflix up after the close. Why not? But again, in looking at this S&P, I just don't buy that the global recovery is going to completely turn around now. And Shangri-La, Europe is not going to be a drag. There's no way. $80 trillion. That not chump change. That's insanity. So this is not over. But can I be wrong? 100%. Could they just keep breaking this market out? You got it. You look at some of these charts. I mean, sorry to keep focusing on the S&P, but look at this dollar index. 76. Told you it was going to make it there. Didn't reverse, though. Big level. Oh, baby. It ain't looking good. But again, I'm looking for a quick spike down. Maybe even get to 75.50. And the mother of all turnaround Tuesdays. I mean, how the market is thinking. And again, I can understand this. They've done it before. They've gotten giddy over the European decision. Only months later, or weeks later. And every time my voice cracks, just think Jets, 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 Jets. Oh, baby, what a game. And lots of beer. $10 a beer. Oh, my goodness. But you look at this dollar index. Another one. You got to do your fibs. You know, do it from this level here. 75.50. So I think we get one more day. One more day. And that's it. Back the truck up. Who's going to want to go home Tuesday night going into this Wednesday deal when you know the Germans are out there looking for blood? And the Germans control everything. You know, you got to check with China. Well, you got to check with Germany too. Crude oil looking very good. Breaking out. And again, the China PMI, Caterpillar economist, Thomas Lee on Friday calling for a year-end rally. Reverse head and shoulders. This baby's going up. This reverse head and shoulders looks good. Again, what we say, 95, I think, in my other videos. So we can fill in that gap. 95. Just amazing. And the thing is, too, to remember, most money managers, most of them are short, or certainly not long enough. This one hasn't proven anything. Gold, lame bounce. Let it close above 1700 and then it goes to the moon. And let me tell you the scenario on that. Any sign of a printing press. Remember, the ECB could just print money. They decided not to do that today. They can still tie up the ESFS up to issue notes guaranteed by that. And that's a form of printing money. So if the European Union prints money, oh baby, look out below. I mean, look out above. Gold to the moon. Netflix is down $16. I guess it wasn't a good call. Sorry, Jankster. Talking to my premium members. Remember, I have a premium service. They're watching me do this video live. And sometimes I interact with them. Sometimes I don't. Daily chart. Euro. New closing high above all these levels. Another possible reverse head and shoulders, although I don't love it. Neckline here. Certainly, when we do the fib from here, that 140.50, you know, resistance here, 140.50, 40, whatever, close enough. But I think we push up a little bit more. One more day and a monster turnaround Tuesday, and I'll tell you what, if it isn't that good, and I think the action the Swiss franc is telling us, it's not going to be what you think. It's going to disappoint. And I think if you look at the action in the Swiss franc that's been happening the last couple of days going into this, I think that's very telling. We look at this Euro Swiss. Rolling over, arcing. I don't like this. It's lost its momentum. Remember, there's a ceiling at 125. It's only rallied from par. Okay? Talking about 2,400 pips. I mean, this is unbelievable for it not to fib. And take your pick. So I think this one could still have more to go. Yes, you want to sell the rallies, but you got a ceiling. You can short this thing at 124.50. You're nuts not to. I think it's in a range. It's going to be a range from 120 to 125. But still. How about that dollar yen, huh? Oof. Piece of crap. I'm telling you. This euro yen, to me, you can say it's a pole, flag, and it is flagging. I got to tell you, this looks like a diving board to me. When it fails here and doesn't hold at like 107, and it drops down to here, man, if we ever close below 105, it's going to open the door to 103. For the same argument, should we close above 107.50, that would break this whole downtrend. And we'd certainly go to 109. So there's a very pivotal moment. I don't love these formations. These formations tend, I find, to go more down. When it doesn't hold, it breaks and then doesn't hold. It's like a diving board. Bye-bye. Netflix lost 810,000 subscribers. Oh, my goodness. So much for that. Euro sterling. Come back again. Going nowhere. That's not a good indication that things are good. This is all the market, stock market pushing things up. I mean, this Aussie move, give me a break. I'm actually long it now again. Hey, listen, after China PMI, I got long. You got China PMI, and then you had the sell-off. Caterpillar came out good. This one, another one. I just can't. I'm telling you. I love the short. I'm glad I've stayed away from it. I really am. I love this short. Again, where do you want to keep your money? Canada or Europe? It's a joke that this thing is not collapsing. But it's fine. It's ready to come in. And we're waiting. We're waiting for a 142 squeeze. Let him get squeezed. All the people buying dollar Canada, shorting dollar Canada because of the bounce. Well, one more rip in this dollar Canada. Sell 142. It's my spot. Don't waste your energy. Like dollar yen. Same thing. This dollar yen. That was a good segue, Andrew. Let's do that more often. Again, by the way, numbers coming out. Dollar Canada, speaking of Canadian, big retail sales numbers tomorrow. Looking for a rebound. Remember, last month was bad. You would think that's going to be a hot number. Good. You get a good number, dollar Canada, 99.50. Big time. And you know what? Loonie is so nuts. Bad number. It rallies. S&Ps explode. Sell. Something like that. But dollar yen, it's a piece of crap. It can't rally. We shorted it. That rally on Friday, interventional, you people thinking they didn't intervene. It closed around here. Terrible close. I'm telling you, this thing's got to be down. Just like that night in last November, whenever it was, I forget. They melted it down 300 pips. They ended up closing the candle up, hammer on the hourly. 200 pips from the low. Then that's it. But that was an 80 pip sell-off. And they couldn't even rally it. There's got to be more of a wipeout. There's still too many people trying to buy the bottom on this thing. Dollar yen, FXCM, SSI, it's off the charts, I think, still. It's wasted money. Trade something else. Stay away from it. I've been away from the yens. It's been so gratifying. Just like Euro Canada. If anything, short on the short side. All right, speaking of dollar Canada. By the way, we got some New Zealand numbers and Australian numbers coming out tonight, too. CPI. And those manufacturing numbers out of Germany fell off a cliff, right? PMI, but industrial new orders were better. So there was some good, some bad. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I forgot to talk about that. I'm already into 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. I haven't even spoken about Obama and what's going on in Iran. And the fact that we're pulling out our freaking troops, I think this is the biggest disaster of his presidency. I guarantee you, people, we pull out our troops this year, Iran's going in. They already have 30,000 soldiers in there. Al-Qaed's brigade, whatever. It's going to be civil war. They're going to go try and take it over. It's going to be a nightmare. We're going to lose Iraq. And we're going to look like idiots. Look at Karzai today. He said Afghanistan would support Pakistan in a war against the U.S., and we're backing this schmuck? I mean, what are they smoking in the White House? Maybe it's a hookah. Certainly ain't hashish. Anyway, sorry. Dollar Canada. I mean, really. This is getting ridiculous. 99.50. New closing low. Got to be shorted. Got to be shorted. S&P's closed well. Going higher. I mean, things are going to fall apart in the next 6 months in the Middle East. They have to. There's now a vacuum. And they're doing Sharia law in Libya. Sharia law is being instituted in Libya. I mean, this is a nightmare. Iran is going to appeal to all these nations that are going under that used to help the U.S. Sort of. Listen, Gaddafi was on our side in the end. Look who we lost. I mean, they're spinning this all great, but the most important ones that should have gone down were North Korea, Iran, Syria. Yes, Syria has its problems, but not the American-backed regimes. They weren't supposed to go down. Hopefully Syria is next. But I mean, this president has had the worst foreign policy in decades. And no one realizes the seeds that are sown. And I blame it on the liberals too. I know I'm going into a rant. I know he's appealed to the liberal agenda, but he went at the beginning of his presidency, apologized for Americans to Muslims in Egypt. That was sick. Right there. And when you look at all this happen, it hasn't gone America's way. All right, dollar Swiss. Yet we're helping them. Isn't it ironic? We help liberate Libya, and they're going under Sharia law, and they're getting taken over by Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, how are they spinning this? How is there not riots in the street over this? Because people don't see what's coming. And to me, it's just obvious. Dollar Swiss looks like it's rolling over. I'm sorry, that should have been a rant. I just had to get it out there. So, this influenced my market. If I'm right, and come the next 3-4 months, we're pulling out of Iraq. And don't forget, we're leaving 5,000 troops in the green zone at the embassy that's going to face across the sort of, I guess, green zone on the other side is going to be 5,000 Al-Qaeda's brigade looking at our guys. And that's not going to cause a hotbed. That's not going to flare up. No one's going to get an itchy trigger on their side and our side. And this is all in the next 3 months. So that has to influence. And then you have the European situation that's not going to get fixed. And so, they might rally the markets into the end of the year. That's just going to present the best shorting opportunity we're going to see in a very long time. Again, dollar Swiss, I know I'm going way over. Way over, baby. I think it comes in more. Head and shoulders. This is a gorgeous pattern down. Reverse nicely. I think we come into 86.50 easy. Sterling. It's certainly toppy. Certainly could have been a reversal, huh? Came back nice. It's closing above 59.50, which is bullish. And it just means, again, once you break the channel lines. I mean, notice where we stalled. But we could melt up. Or we can even double top and stall. Listen, Euro Sterling might break out tonight, and this thing could stall 160. So it certainly took it out. Now, if we do, we didn't take it out. But if we do take it out, say hello. I mean, look, there's air. Certainly 161. Easy. So sterling looks good. That pound Aussie, oh boy. I tried buying it today. I put a post out on Twitter. Voice of Forex. And we had a sell in that today. I was short it. I then went long. Right around here, but then got out into a small bounce. And made 10 pips on the long side. Yeah! Baby. This thing looks like it wants to collapse. Absolutely collapse. It's going right up to the channel line. But I think it's going to hold. See, this thing hasn't really collapsed yet. So I just think if we have a turnaround Tuesday, they break it down. If it can hammer on the hourly, and we're looking at the futures reversing, this is going to make a gorgeous trade on the long side. But wait for the futures to explode. Wait for 1261 on the S&P. We get to 1261 on the S&P. You see this sucker down around 152. Buy it, especially if you see a reversal candle on the S&P. Aussie, it's just gone like the wind. Gone. I can't believe I'm long it. This is what's scary. Everyone talks about the correlation between the euro and the S&P. This is the correlation. This is the one. Aussie dollar took out the fib. You have those that are going to say 75% retracement. Okay, well, if this doesn't reverse tomorrow, Houston, this stock market might continue to explode. We could get, and I'm long this Kiwi. This should catch up. You look at the New Zealand dollar. This thing's got a ways to go. I think we certainly hit 81.50 tonight. We do have quarterly CPI data coming out. I'm looking to be long it. I'm going to be long it. I might lighten up a little bit ahead and then buy some more on the pullback. But even on a bad number, you've had oil come back now, commodity prices coming back now. So this number is a laggard. This number's in the past. Nothing to do with going forward. So if you remember, it was 1%, I believe, last time. You do the average, still it might be hot. So I still think this baby has catch up to do. And again, you look at this S&P. Sorry. That's the one that's correlated. Aussie is actually outperforming it. So again, with the Aussie breaking out, it's kind of scary that this S&P could really start to break out and go a lot higher. Which is why tomorrow's so huge. This is going to break out. Maybe the Aussie stalls a little bit and they catch up and then bang, Turnaround Tuesday in the house. All right, everyone. I know I went way overboard. Team, I'll see you back at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Remember, my videos will be on forexnews.com starting the next couple of days. Look for that announcement. And again, they have great webinars over there. Check them out. I have a premium service deal for the year end, people. $200 to the end of the year. That's it. January 1st, I go $200 a month. Try my service out. See if I'm worth it. You want to do a one-day trial? I'll do a one-day trial for the deal. Normally it's a one-week trial, but that's a $200 a month. But if you want to try my service for a day, email me, info@globalfxradio.com. Andrew Spanton. Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need. Truly loves to make you money. Oh, baby.